for this evening. We're still expecting some isolated scatter showers and thunder showers, especially over the northeastern parts of Limpopo as well as KwaZulu-Natal. Mostly isolated showers and thunder showers over the central parts, but partly cloudy as we move over into the western parts. Tomorrow we're expecting a clearance over the central parts of the country. Mostly morning fog patches expected over the escarpment of Limpopo, Mpumalanga as well as KwaZulu-Natal. Some low rainfall is expected over the northeastern parts, mostly isolated, as well as some coastal rainfall over KwaZulu-Natal. Moving over into the western parts, nice and clear for tomorrow. Tonight, we are still expecting a watch for some localized flooding over the northeastern parts of Limpopo as well as Mpumalanga. So if you are in those areas, please do keep a watch out for more rainfall for this evening. Now, looking at our overnight minimum temperatures, we're expecting warm conditions over the central parts. Bloemfontein will be a little bit cooler at 14 degrees, but Johannesburg and Pretoria will have a minimum of 18 and 16 respectively. Now, looking over into the western parts, Cape Town will be a little bit cooler tonight with a minimum of 15 degrees. Looking at our provincial forecast, partly cloudy conditions are expected for tomorrow. Nice and warm in Johannesburg with a high of 26. And over in Pretoria, we're expecting a maximum of 27. Into Limpopo, we're expecting some morning fog patches over the escarpment of Limpopo. Some isolated rain and showers over the northeastern parts. Musina, warm at 31 degrees. And over into the interior, Polokwane will peak at 27 degrees. Now moving over into Mpumalanga, fog patches are still expected over the escarpment of Mpumalanga. Carolina cool at 22 as well as Ermelo, but moving over into the western parts, a little bit warmer. Secunda at 26 and Emalahleni at 26. In KwaZulu-Natal, we're expecting warm conditions along the coastal regions. Durban peaking at 28, Port Shepstone peaking at 26, but a little bit cloudy over the interior, mostly in the morning with Vryheid at 25. Eastern Cape will have partly cloudy conditions, a little bit cloudy in the morning. Along the coastal regions, we're expecting East London to peak at 26 degrees, and over into the interior, Cradock will peak at 28, as well as Somerset East. The Western Cape will be nice and sunny, partly cloudy conditions, mostly along the coastal regions in the morning. Cape Agulhas will be a little bit cooler at 25 degrees, as well as Mossel Bay at 25. Into the interior, Worcester will be a little bit hot at 35 degrees, as well as Clan William will be hot at 37 degrees. The Northern Cape will be nice and sunny, warm into the interior. Uppington hot at 36 degrees, and over into the southern parts, Calvinia at 34. And as we move over into the western parts, Springbok will be nice and sunny at 32 degrees. Over into the Free State, we're expecting mostly partly cloudy conditions throughout the day. Kroonstad will peak at 29 degrees. Welcome as well as Bloemfontein will all peak at 29 degrees. Finally, when you look at our northwest province, partly cloudy conditions will persist over the entire province. Not much rainfall is expected over into that province. Mahikeng will have a high of 29 tomorrow, as well as Ottosdal will have a high of 29. Into the western parts, it becomes a little bit warmer. Tosca peaking at 33 and Vryheid peaking at 31 degrees. That's all we have time for. Have a good evening.